the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am alive. The mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am alive. The color of my eyes, I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age, I am not my race. My soul inside is all alive. Divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning to you.
Welcome to Sunday morning worship at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of York. My name is Jess Delp, and I am with our Earth-Centered Traditions group, Weeping Beach. I will be helping to lead our service this morning. Our congregational mission is one of spiritual transformation, of working for change, of learning and engaging with the world around us today. And speaking of today, we are honoring holidays from the Unitarian Universalist tradition as well as Earth-centered traditions, and we're talking about the turning of the year and how we take our cues from it to pause, reflect, and renew. Welcome to one and all here in person and online. If you are here in person, please take a moment to silence any device you may have with you.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Jen Raffensperger, and I serve as the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of York. And this bell sounding is to bring us bodily into worship, but I feel as though our dancers have already done a beautiful job of doing this. But I would like to invite everyone to settle themselves, to close your eyes if that is comfortable for you, and to prepare to begin worship by hearing the sound of the bell. And I'll invite Matthew up to light the chalice this morning.
We now light the chalice, the symbol of the living faith of Unitarian Universalism. If you are joining us online, you may wish to light a candle or chalice at home. I invite you to hear today's chalice lighting words, Meteor Shower by Clint Smith. I read somewhere that meteor showers are almost always named after the constellations from which they originate. It's funny, I think, how even the universe is telling us that we can never get too far from the place that created us. How there is always a streak of our past trailing closely behind us, like a smattering of obstinate memories. Even when we enter a new atmosphere, become subsumed in flames, turn to dust, lose ourselves in the wind, and scatter the surface of all that rests beneath us, we bring a part of where we are, from where we are from, to every place we go. We're going to call the corners now, and calling the corners is a ritual that many earth-centered religions conduct before participating in spiritual work. The intention is often to cleanse your space and to focus. So we invite each of you to stand as you are able and face the directions as we invite the guardians to our service today. We're going to start with the north, which is this way. Guardian of the north, spirit of earth, we invite your abundance and growth to our gathering. Stay as long as you like, leave at your leisure. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. Now we will face east, just that way. Guardian of the east, spirit of air, we invite your open-minded practices and mental clarity to our gathering. Stay as long as you like, leave at your leisure. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. Thank you. Guardian of the south, spirit of fire, we invite your motivation and transformation to our gathering. Stay as long as you like, leave at your leisure. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. Guardian of the west, spirit of water, we invite your sensitivity and empathy to our gathering. Stay as long as you like, leave at your leisure. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. We greet the Lord and the Lady. We welcome your inspirational understanding of all people to our gathering. Stay as long as you like, leave at your leisure. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. You may have a seat.
From deep in my heart, I illuminate my love. From deep in my heart, I illuminate my life. From deep in my heart, I reach out and touch. When our spirits unite, our light shines bright. With every word I speak, I illuminate my love. With every word I speak, I illuminate my life. With every word I speak, I reach out and touch. When our spirits unite, our light shines bright.
Thank you. Okay, our reading this morning is Spell for Reclaiming the Moment by Adrienne Marie Brown. Even now, we could be happy. Even now. Breathing in, filling our bodies with right now. From the dirt below us, from our toes to our knees, hips up our spines, shoulders to earlobes, the tip top of our heads to beyond, to the stars. breathing wide across our wingspan into that sacred and constant silk web where we belong. Breathing deep. Inhale back to great-grandmother's bosom. Exhale 7 generations of blessings that will come through our next choices. Even now, we can be present. Even now. Life is right here, still. An erotic pulse kissing your jawline. A restlessness of mind, too much, too little. There's still someone you are longing to see, someone who startles you with simple pleasure just because they exist, even now. We can anticipate harvest, be shocked by the thunderclap, the storm, laugh at the abundance of our grief, and our earnest attempt to avoid the inevitable. We are a delight. We could be another's blessing. With our brief and epic lives, where every day we are given the option of love.
So now we come to light the final set of candles of the many that are up here today, our luminescence ritual. Luminescence is a holiday created in 2007 by the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Santa Clarita Valley in California. Their hope was to make a celebration that gives us a new and unique perspective on our faith tradition. Luminescence is a term that refers to light that's generated without consuming its source, like you might see in bioluminescent algae or fireflies. In the luminescence ritual, we light 5 candles, which do consume their source, but this is perfectly imperfect, right? We celebrate the nurturing of our own personal sparks along with the light that resides within all that is around us. We rejoice that these lights do not diminish as they are used, but that our light grows when we share it. We cultivate the spirit within ourselves and others and rejoice in the openness our faith provides towards seeking truth, both through the blaze of spirit and the light of reason. The ritual we're doing here today is adapted from the original script from the UUs of Santa Clarita Valley. So we will light the first candle, which represents the light within ourselves. We honor the source of light that lives within all of us and within all that lives. It is as enveloping as the awesome light of the sun that powers all we know on earth, and yet as intimate as that still small voice that is an ever-present glow within each of us. The light within gives us spirit. It touches others. It drives our creativity and love. It radiates from each of us. And collectively, it radiates outward from this congregation and this faith. It is the spirit of life, the essence behind all things. Now we will light the second candle for the light within all that is. When light shines through a prism, it reveals all the individual colors that make up the entirety of light. This candle stands for a recognition of the diversity, sometimes seen and sometimes not seen, in all that we experience. We affirm that it is precisely this diversity which gives strength to the totality, to the single integrated community of all life. We light the third candle for reflection. This third candle represents light's reflection as from a mirror. We look into the mirror and see ourselves revealed. We take joy in that which we have accomplished, and we sit with all that we have not accomplished. We take stock of our own spiritual growth. We realize that sometimes we need to forgive ourselves for our mistakes and disappointments so that we can grow. We remind ourselves that sometimes give our attentions to the important things we may otherwise feel too busy to look at. This candle calls us to reflect deeply on our very being. Moving outward, we are reminded of the value of exploring and understanding the larger essence that we are a part of to increase our engagement with and accountability to our spiritual reflection. We light the fourth candle for refocus. This fourth candle represents the focusing of light as through a lens. It embodies the refocusing and empowering of ourselves through action. The concept of focusing signifies our ability to transform things, to bend the arc of light toward the direction of justice. We work toward creating transformation at all levels. We can change ourselves for the better. We can improve the lives of others, and we can help heal the world. And we light the 5th candle, which is for renewal. We have honored the light that resides within ourselves, as well as all that is within us. We understand the need to search within, as well as to refocus ourselves onto the task of transforming what is into a better what will be. Now, the 5th candle symbolizes the renewal of our commitment to the ongoing work towards these ideals. We know that our efforts are supported on the shoulders of those who have come before us, and we hope that our efforts will help to support those who will come after. This candle reminds us of the dreams we bear and of the light that outlasts us. Every candle lit in every ceremony all throughout the year is a reminder. What is this spark within you, within us all, that calls us to keep seeking, to open our hearts and minds to learn, accept, and grow? Spirit of life, fire of commitment, we reflect and renew our dedication to our faith. Let us carry the fire of our faith forward in our hearts, and may it be both our fuel and our comfort, our sustenance and our shield. So may it be.
The time is now to shine our light. Let it shine out and let it shine bright. You are free when you ignite your own light for all to see. And we come together, we illuminate as our light grows brighter. Our bonds break
Thank you. I cannot thank Kathy Helms is the one who had this inspiration to bring some of these dance numbers here. And thank you, dancers. Thank you, Robert, our soloist, Marion, Anne, and Kathy for dancing, Mary for helping with the sign language there. Thank you, Gretchen, choir, tech folks. This is my thank you roll instead of at announcements because that was wonderful and beautiful, and I want to acknowledge it in the moment. There's still someone you are longing to see, someone who startles you with simple pleasure just because they exist, even now. We can anticipate harvest, be shocked by the thunderclap, the storm, laugh at the abundance of our grief and our earnest attempt to avoid the inevitable. We are a delight. We could be another's blessing with our brief and epic lives where every day we are given the option of love. Every day we are given the option of love. And these words from Adrienne Marie Brown literally leapt off the page at me from her book Fables and Spells, because I feel like that's what we need right now. A few fables, a few spells. And this place in the year is one that often feels low for me. Although the days are getting longer, the time of grayness, of being inside, of increasing time for both rest and restlessness have started to exert a palpable drag on my energy and personal resources. Today, we've taken a look at an ancient holiday and a new one that lead us to examine what is beginning to stir in the world. Imbolc, in the pagan tradition, is the holiday marking the midway point between the Winter Solstice and the Spring Equinox. That was on February 1st. It is often associated with and conflated with Candlemas, February 2nd, a Christian celebration of the sanctification of Mary 40 days after the birth of Jesus. Both of those holidays have lore within them around weather prediction, and those took root in Germanic culture and traveled here to Pennsylvania to become our modern tradition of Groundhog Day. And all these traditions are forward focused. What is coming? Spring is coming. Our hearts race with delight to see the greening come again. We want to hear the fables, the stories that we tell again and again. The earth is turning. The days are growing longer. Deep within the ground, seeds are preparing for days that are long enough to allow them to bloom and grow. Luminescence, our new Unitarian Universalist holiday, is not by its originators placed at a specific spot in the calendar, but it sometimes gets put into February, I like to think, exactly because it can be a dreary time. Now, this holiday originated in California and as yet has not gained a huge amount of traction outside of the Pacific region of the Unitarian Universalist Association. The idea of a new holiday, of weaving a new spell without that history of fables upholding it, is a bold endeavor. Will it succeed? Will this seed ultimately grow and bear fruit? Time and the turning of the wheel of the year will tell us. Though we may take time to dwell in the past, though we may dream about the future, the movement of the seasons, the movement of the heavens will ground us again and again in the present moment. There's a bit of a spell in our chalice lighting reading this morning from Clint Smith, a wonderful poet, also happens to be an excellent long-form journalist writing for The Atlantic. And if you haven't read his book, How the Word is Passed, on the legacy of slavery in the United States, I cannot recommend it highly enough. But poetry, for me, is where the spells lie. Like Smith calling our attention to all that we carry with us. There is always a streak of our past trailing closely behind us like a smattering of obstinate memories. Even when we enter a new atmosphere, become subsumed in flames, turn to dust, lose ourselves in the wind, and scatter the surface of all that rests beneath us, we bring a part of where we are from to every place we go. Every one of you brings every one of us. I'm part of us. Every one of us brings a part of us with us where we are. Man, this sentence doesn't make any sense. We all bring parts of where we are from with us. Maybe for you, that was a strictly Christian upbringing. Maybe before you came to UUC York, you had never darkened the door of a church in your life. Maybe you're coming from uncertainty or confusion. Maybe you're also here today with a touch of that seasonal depression. Maybe you bring with you a sense of anticipation for things to come. Maybe you feel trepidation about what the future holds. And yet, here you are. Here we are. We have lit candles for ancient traditions and for new ones. We have lit candles to honor the memory of those loved, those lost. We have named candles. We have lit candles to name deep joys, heavy sorrow, anger. A lit candle invites wonder. A flickering flame so different from the harsh overhead of a fluorescent light, the light of flames is the same light that has illuminated us all for time out of mind. The origin of the word candle is from the Latin candela, which means to shine. In Clint Smith's poem, we can reflect on the wonder of a shooting star, a passing meteor, reflecting how much we carry with us and how gloriously that can blaze. In Adrienne Marie Brown's Spell, we can reflect on the beauty of our lives, where we can anticipate the harvest and be shocked still by a storm, and where we can remember that we are light. We are a delight. We could be another's blessing with our brief and epic lives where every day we are given the option of love. We have celebrated with song and music, with movement and words. We have considered the past and the future. Let us never forget that each day, each present, each now, we can be another's blessing. Each day, we are given the option of love. So may it be.
join us in extinguishing our chalice and your home chalices if you have lit them with these words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
We have gathered up all our lights together, left all these lights shining. They will be safely taken care of. Thank you for your time, your presence. Remember that we can each be a blessing to each other, that every day we are given the option of love. So may it be.
Zulu, English, Spanish, English, y'all should join along with this. See ya home, when goes. 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 See ya home, see ya home, see ya home, when goes. See ya home.
Marching, we are marching.